anything appropriate.
Oh, just play anything.
You know, for the first time since I met you, I don't have to compete against the balmy breezes, the palm trees, or the white sands. I can't believe it.
A toast.
All right.
To throwing the record player and that record out the window. Thank you. Serenity. I haven't had any in ages. Believe me, it's been a horrible 2 weeks.
I can imagine.
I am never going to go through mourning again, not ever. You know, it's bad enough to lose a husband. And then they made me wear black for so bloody long.
Listen to me. No matter what happens, don't ever go into hiding like that again. You're too young and beautiful. And besides, you must share your gifts.
You know, there's something else I like about you.
Oh.
Well, you are good looking, and you do flatter my ego. But you're also rich.
What does that have to do with it?
Because I'm rich, too, and that makes us even. Don't you understand?
That's true, Raven. What I feel for you has nothing to do with money.
Wait.
What's the matter?
It's just that I want you to understand how I feel, too. You know, I'm still sort of in mourning, inside anyway, even though I know I don't look on the outside.
I understand. There's no problem. All you need is time. I understand, and I'm willing to wait, Raven. Because I like you so much.
Jinx, have you ever fired that thing?
No, I haven't. I assume, though, all you do is pull the trigger.
No, there's a little bit more to it than that. First, we've got to make sure that there are blanks in the chamber. And that the safety switch is off.
Well, I'm really not sure how to work this or where that is.
Okay, well, why don't you come on over to the hotel? I'll meet you at the bar instead of staying there, and we'll discuss the murder here.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Miles, we were wondering if there was somewhere we could go to get another medical opinion about Jinx's condition. Now, how would you feel about that?
Well,
Look, Derek, I said I don't want to talk about this.
Miles, I wish you could make her realize how important this could be. I'm not faulting you at all, but hey, second opinion couldn't hurt.
Look, do I have to ask you again?
Jinx, please. Derek is just trying to reach out and do anything he can to help. You can't blame him. But Derek, I think you ought to know that the results of Jinx's tests were sent to 3 different specialists. All of the men very highly regarded doing research in this particular illness. And I'm afraid they all came back with the same prognosis.
Well, I better get going. For me. Everything tonight depends on timing. And I can't even stand up. Oh, God. Is it going to be like this from now on? Is this what it's like? Miles. I should call Miles. Maybe he can recommend something. What's the number? Oh, what's the number? Yes, is Dr. Kavanaugh there?
I'm sorry, Dr. Kavanaugh's not available at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, he'll get back to you as soon as possible.
No, that's all right, thank you. This can't be happening to me. I've got to feel better. I can't let them down. I can't let my friends down. I can't, not now.
Dr. Hilmer, we certainly do appreciate your interest in all of this.
Yes, and thank you so much for paving the way for Jody's visit to see her mother. I mean, no matter what the outcome is of this visit, I'm sure Jody will always feel that she did the right thing by being here at this time.
There's absolutely no reason to thank me. Alerting the nearest member of the family was the least I could do. Besides, Mrs. Travis is so reluctant about seeing her daughter, I'm not even sure I made the right decision by suggesting she make the trip.
Oh, yes, of course you did.
Well, I don't like loose ends. I always feel better when the family's been notified.
Well, we have a few loose ends ourselves. You know, we don't know very much about Leonie Travis.
Yes, except what Jody has told us, and that information is about 5 years old.
Well, I can't tell you much, well, except about her physical condition.
Which is irreversible.
At this point, completely. Oh, I'm sorry, of course, if you'd like to examine her, Doctor.
Oh, well, I just thought that might be a good way to get to see her.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, I don't think she'll permit it.
Really? Why not?
The only time I was able to get near Leonie Travis was when she was comatose, or close to it. See, otherwise, I don't know, she'd scream the house down.
All right. Looks like we will never get a chance to meet Jody's mother.
Well, there is one thing I could tell you. The woman has been the target of a lot of neighborhood gossip.
In what way?
Well, there's been a lot of finger pointing, I'll put it that way.
For what reason?
Her good looks, for one thing. Well, at least the good looks she used to have. Apparently, Leonie Travis has had a great many men friends.
Yes, we knew that was the case when Jody was growing up.
You know, from what I've been told, she hasn't always been as impoverished as she is now. The last couple of years, she's been living off the sale of various pieces of expensive jewelry, furs, so the story goes.
I see.
But time and alcohol abuse, well, I live in, it's all gone now. There is one other rumor I think you should hear.
What's that?
Well, they say that most of her men friends were, well, less than upstanding members of society. I think you understand.
Yes. Do you think that we did the right thing in letting Jody go there alone?
All right, I'm coming. Hold your horses. Yeah,
Good evening. Are you Mrs. Ingersoll?
that's right.
Hi, I'm Jody Travis. This is my friend, Gavin Wiley.
How do you do?
How do?
I've come to see my mother. That's your neighbor.
Of course. Oh, I should have knowed you anywhere. You look just like her. Come in. Oh, you're as beautiful as she is. Or used to be. Sit down for a minute.
Thank you.
So you're Leonie's kid.
Yes.
And who are you? Boyfriend?
That's right.
So, decided to come anyway. Even after what I told your sister on the phone. What's her name?
Nicole Kavanaugh. That's my half-sister.
Right. Well, I come right out and told her what Leonie said. You know, she didn't want you here anyway, but here you are all the same.
Well, I thought it was the right thing to do under the circumstances.
You got her right. I ain't saying you don't.
Mrs. Ingersoll, could you tell me what my mother's condition is at the moment?
Not good. I guess Doc Hilmer filled you in?
Yes.
Oh, well, I brought her in some supper about 2 hours ago. But when I went to pick up the tray, she hadn't touched a thing. You know, no appetite at all. You know, that's a bad sign.
I take it that Jody's mother has no idea that Jody is here. You didn't say anything to her, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't mention it at all. I'm not about to announce it. I mean, I saw her reaction. The very first day when she heard that you was on the phone, why, she about blew a gasket, believe
Yes,
you me.
I heard.
Oh, now, honey, don't get upset. Nobody's blaming you. I mean, I'm just telling you like it was. She was real upset.
Dr. Hilmer mentioned about her, odd behavior after that.
How's that?
Well, he said she started burning papers and things.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was real scary. You know, I was sitting here on that very same night in my living room just watching TV, you know, and all of a sudden I smelled smoke. Well, something like that I really pay attention to, particularly in an old place like this. I knew it was coming from Leonie's room, so I go running in there like a bat out of hell, you know, thinking the place is on fire.
And that's when you saw her burning those things.
That's right. She was something, let me tell you. I don't know how she had the strength to get out of bed, but she must have thought it was important enough to make an effort. Because there she is, sitting up in a chair, and she's got this metal wastebasket in front of her, and there's a fire in it. And all the time she keeps feeding the fire with those papers, you know, like she's crazy to get rid of them. But I tell you, we was lucky. Because she could have started a terrible fire. You know, in her condition, being that sick and all.
What do you think she's trying to hide?
Well, all I know is she seemed awful anxious to burn up them papers. You know, as for something to hide, I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I didn't know Leonie until after she got real sick. She never said much about herself. I didn't even know she had a daughter until the day your sister called me.
Mrs. Ingersoll, I want to thank you. You've been very helpful.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Forget it. You know, you two seem like nice young folks. Well, I'm going to put in my 2 cents worth, even though maybe it's none of my business.
No, go right ahead. Jody should know all there is to know.
Yeah, I guess it really can't matter much at this late date. Feel free to add anything you like.
Well, the way I see it, Leonie has her good ways and her bad ways. But she ain't very good at picking her friends. I mean, there were some real strange-looking characters, shady-like, if you know what I mean. Of course, she hasn't had any visitors lately.
Well, she has one now. Dr. Hilmer said you'd have a key, Mrs. Ingersoll.
Oh, sure. I got a key for you, honey.
Thank you.
Chief Mallory doing?
Believe me, he's doing just fine.
That's great. Say, where were all the beautiful nurses when I was in here?
Well, if you're ever sick again, you just call Gail.
Gail. Thanks.
This thing here.
How you doing, Chief?
Tyler, how you doing?
Kenny Birdsong, how the heck are you?
Hey, Tyler, how are you? Good to see you.
Well, looks like you're running things pretty well here from your hospital bed. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing all right. I can't wait to get the hell out of this place.
Am I breaking something up here?
No, as a matter of fact, you'd be interested in this talk. That's why I asked you to come down here after work. Kenny, you fill him in.
Your friend, Eddie Lorimer?
Oh, no.
I got some interesting information off the street about Mr. Lorimer. You knew he was back in Monticello.
Yeah, we had a little run-in at a restaurant the other night. So what'd you get?
I got a stoolie now who works for me. Used to work for Lucky Mitchell. He used to work for him at the salvage company.
Yeah, I know something about that company. Is that thing legit?
Well, maybe, maybe not. There's a story going around that it's a repository for stolen vehicles, but nothing positive.
Anyway, Eddie Lorimer comes to town and takes over the salvage company. He cleans house completely, gets rid of all of Mitchell's boys. My informant was one of the first to be fired. Here, I got a list of the newly unemployed.
Yeah, that's really interesting, but what does this signify?
Those guys, each one of them, they owed a personal oath of loyalty to Lucky Mitchell. And not only did Lorimer know who they were, but he got rid of each one of them. I don't think he's here for running a legitimate salvage company.
So this guy was upset about being fired and he came running to you, then what?
Yeah, well, my informant has no doubt whatever why Eddie's back in Monticello.
Well, why?
Because he's taking over the organization here.
You know, we really didn't think that small-time punk was big enough to take over a job like Lucky Mitchell's. How did he manage that?
He must have done something real important to the organization, you can be sure.
You think he got rid of Lucky Mitchell?
No. No, we know he didn't kill Mitchell. We checked out his story and it's airtight.
Yeah, as usual. So what else did you get?
Well, that's it for right now, but I'll keep you both posted.
All right, do that.
Let's get the hell out of here.
So long, Chief.
Take care, guys. Oh, listen, Tyler. Remember this. Lorimer's got no love for you. Be careful. Wonder where she could be.
Hi.
Well, it took you long enough to get here. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure? You look kind of pale.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Come on. What's the problem?
Well, look, I guess I'm just a little nervous about what's going to happen tonight at the penthouse murder case.
Jinx. I'm scared, too.
Well, if you think I look pale now, you should have seen me when I met Raven Whitney. Nothing but shockwaves.
Oh, I bet. But you know, I've been thinking about that, and that's actually a great stroke of luck. The fact that Raven saw the two of you together, that gives you great motivation for going up into that penthouse in this jealous rage. Jinx, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How about a drink?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, whiskey straight up, please.
Whiskey straight up.
Well, I'm glad we found some appropriate music. There you go, my lovely.
Thank you. Boy, this stuff is terrific, isn't it?
It is.
I think champagne and me go together, don't you? Anyway, don't you like it?
Sure.
Well, then where's your glass?
Right here, doll.
I'm going to tell you something that I think you're going to find very amusing.
Please tell me.
Geraldine Saxon thinks that you're a fortune hunter. Isn't that right?
That's funny. I like it.
She would die if she saw this place. It really is a beautiful apartment.
Thanks. I like it. It's pleasant, it's comfortable, but you know something, Raven? I really like my other apartment in Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like the weather, big rooms. It's great.
How big is it?
You know, this is going to sound ridiculous. I don't know. I never counted the rooms.
Oh, I love it.
It's true.
Well, then, perhaps sometime I'll have to come over and count them myself.
Great. Let's plan on it.
Soon?
As soon as I take care of some unfinished business.
Wonderful.
I think it'd be more comfortable if you leaned back. What do you think of that idea? Get more relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm glad.
Except that this moment makes me think about how it was with Sky. Oh, damn, why did I have to think about that?
Oh, it's perfectly natural. I understand. You can't easily forget someone you cared about so much. You know, Raven, I want to tell you, I really admire the way you feel about your late husband. He must have been an exceptional man.
Yeah, he was. He was. But I don't want to think about that right now.
You know what a lucky man he was.
Now, could it have been dinner?
No, it wasn't my dinner that made me feel bad.
Jinx, are you sure you're well enough to go on with this?
Yes, I'm fine, don't worry.
Did the drink help?
No, it didn't help. As a matter of fact, it made me feel worse. It made me start feeling dizzy again.
What can I do to help you?
Look, there's nothing you can do. I don't know. It's just my nerves. I'm sure it'll pass. Maybe I'll go into the ladies' room and put a little cold water on my face.
That's a good idea. You sure there's nothing I can do for you?
No.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to call Johnny and tell him that you're on your way up pretty soon, okay?
Okay. I'll be right back.
Hello, Thomas. May I have my key, please?
Mrs. Revere, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Thank you. Neither did I.
Buffy, I thought you were in Palm Springs.
Well, I was simply bored to death, so I decided to come back. After all, there's nothing in Palm Springs as interesting as what I have upstairs.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find. Always on my mind. And frustrated days pass without sight. The edge of